Welcome to the Soutie Braai Files. I'm LJ from Padstal Deli, and in this series I discover and look for and unlock gate-kept secrets and braai tricks that the majority of South African population don't know. This is episode 1, and I'm going to talk about how to braai wors. So, how do we braai wors? I learned this from Oom Zieg, which is Brenton's father at Padstal Deli. And let me tell you, since I implemented what he told me, I don't braai my wors any other way. Okay? Now, braaiing wors, according to Oom Zieg, doesn't start when you put the wors on the coals. It starts way before that. It starts when you buy the wors. Okay? And now there's 3 things you want to make sure are in your wors. And that's it. Spices, fat, and meat. That is it. No fillers, no extras, no nothing. Just those 3 things, right? So when you are looking for a place that sells wors like this, I would, as my totally biased opinion, tell you to come to Padstal Deli and buy our wors. We've got over 15 different types of wors, and we don't use any fillers, any additives, anything. So that's the first step in how to braai wors. All right, let's get to the next step. The second step, which is also crucial, okay, and a lot of South Africans think it's whack, we think it's weird, we've seen it, we've heard of it, but never tried it, and that is hanging your wors to dry. It sounds bizarre, it sounded bizarre to me, until I tried it. Once I tried it, now I do it every single time. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your wors out of the packet, and you're going to use a toekneprooster, which is one of these metal things, okay, that most South Africans think is for toasted sandwiches, for random things that they can hold it together on the braai, which I guess it could work for that, and that's like braai broodjies. It's not a bad thing, okay, you're not wrong. But you actually use this to put your wors in and hang it in a tree to dry. So you take it out of the packet, you put it in a toekneprooster or a metal closey thingy, as some of us call. You find a tree in the shade with a nice breeze. You hang it up to dry, obviously out of reach from dogs. Okay, and you're gonna leave it in the tree to hang for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours so that the casing dries. And now this is the crucial part that I didn't understand until I did it. Okay, when the casing dries, it strengthens the casing, because what happens most of the time is when you buy wors, you take it out of the packet, put it straight on the coals, and so most people want their coals to be medium heat. Because if you put the wet casing on the coals and it's too hot, the casing breaks and all your juices come out and you're eating a piece of biltong, right? But when you dry the wors, it strengthens the casing, okay? And this is a crucial part for the next step that I'm going to talk about when we actually put the wors on the coals, okay? What it also does is holds in the juices, and it gives you a very, very nice snap. Right, now we get to braaiing your wors. So you've bought the right wors. You've hung it to dry. You've obviously poured a brandis and made the fire. Okay, now it's time to put the wors on the coals. The beautiful thing about hanging your wors out to dry, sounds weird, is that you don't have to wait for your coals to get medium. You put them straight on. Okay, you take them off the tree in your toekneprooster, straight onto hot coals, and then you give it color so that it hardens even more and it sears, as we would say. And then once that's done, you move it over to the side so it cooks on a medium heat while you braai all your other meat. Okay? What this does is this then allows the wors and the juices and the spices to cook inside that closed casing. And then, right, we get to the best part. You eat and enjoy. Okay? That is the last step. You eat and enjoy your wors. And I'm telling you, try it. Because the snap and the juice that wors holds from going through that process is unbelievable. Like, I'm never going to do another way again, okay? And yeah, that's the first case. Undiscovered, unlocked, now you have it. Join me next time where we're going to go into another secret, another case that's going to help us all become better braaiers, okay? And if you've got stuff that you want me to share, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, subscribe, and see you next time. Lekker.